Hello everyone, welcome to the new series that is 15 minutes 15 current affairs presented by professional IAS and presented by me Syed Shujathullah. These are the highlights of today's current affairs. So I'll also give you the list of topics that we are going to cover today. We will cover all these topics one by one. Okay. So they are the 15 topics. Why I have given the topics at the beginning means those students who don't know any of these topics, so they can be a part of the lecture. If you are aware of this topic, you can just skip it. So that is important that what I'm going to discuss, you should know about it. So see very clearly, whether you don't know any of it, you can just go through it. Okay. So with regard to admissions for the working professional, state government, central government employees, and to the home bakers, the numbers and the details are given in the description. And all the current affair PDFs and the MCUs will be available on the website, which will come very soon. Okay. It is still under construction. Okay. Let us start our discussion with, that a very hot topic we have at this point of time is Supreme Court has actually struck down or has made invalidated the electoral bonds, voters' right versus donors' right. So this is what the caption going on across the various newspaper. Supreme Court has struck down this funding method to political bodies. Okay, I will just tell you how you go to the SBI bank and you just say that I want to give 1,000 rupees to the Congress government. So they will give you this one. Okay, so you can see that this is a bond. Okay, State Bank of India will give 1,000 rupees. Will take 1,000 rupees from you, and this is the bond that they will give to you, and this 1,000 rupees will be deposited into the party funds of the Congress government. That is how the things will happen, and you just understand that here your name is not there anywhere. So date of issue will be there, and how much value of the bond will be there. That's all about it. Your name will not be there. So you will never know that actually who contributed how much to which political party. So that is why Supreme Court has struck down the electoral bonds. Okay. So Supreme Court has said that it is Right to Information Act is there under Article 19(1)(a). Okay. And also Supreme Court has struck down another important amendment, okay, where corporate houses contribute to the political parties. Just nothing but Supreme Court is saying that which party is getting from whom what amount of money. Let us be very clear about it. Let us all have the information. Ambani gives to whom, Salman Khan gives to whom, Allu Arjun gives to whom. Let us know everything about it. So a right to information is a voter right. Is a voter right. Remember this point. Okay. So this decision came 5-bench judgment. Okay. And they told that the mode of funding is manifestly arbitrary. Means it is like on the will of anybody. They can contribute any amount to the political party. It is very much arbitrary. There is no accountability there. That is what they have said. Okay, the bench has also said that voters' right to information about political funding is also violated. Because of the electoral bond, you will never know that who is giving how much amount of money to which political party. That's why voters' right of information is violated because of this electoral bond. That's why we are stucking down. This scheme authorizes influence of corporates in electoral process. It is very common that Ambani, Adani may say to a political party that we'll give you these many amounts of crore rupees, and tomorrow you give us this port, tomorrow you give us this national highway. So the corporate houses can easily influence the electoral process, okay, with the help of what? Money, right? So SC has given some important directives that need to be followed. First of all, SC Supreme Court has told to the SBI not to give any electoral bond should not be issued. SBI was asked to submit full details, bond purchased by the donors till now, okay, and who has encashed it and who has given it. All the details should be given to Election Commission by March 6th. That is what the Supreme Court directed to SBI. Election Commission of India, after receiving all the details from the FBI from SBI, should should put all the details in the public domain and should publish on the website. Okay, now let us go to another important current affairs, line of actual control and loan. See, remember this point, this is China. So between India and China, LAC is there. Between India and Pakistan, LOC is there. Remember this point. Okay, now we are having a problem here in Taiwan. This area is there now. China is creating problems to us in this particular area. Okay, now let us see a little bit about it. What is this LAC we have to talk about? The LAC is a demarcation, line of actual control, which is there between India and China. It is a demarcation that separates Indian controlled territories from Chinese controlled territories. Means our boundary, their boundary, it segregates and separates. India considers LAC to be 3,488 km, while the Chinese consider it around only 2000 kilometers. So there is a lot of discrepancies there with regard to the borderline. Basically, the LAC is divided into three sectors. Okay, the eastern sector is having Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim is there. This is the area they are creating problems for us at this point of time. In 2020, during COVID, they used to create problem in Ladakh, like Galwan Valley, if you remember. So eastern sector is, so this is our this Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim is the eastern sector of the LAC, and Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh is center, and Ladakh is what, our western sector of LAC. So these three, all the LAC is divided into three sectors. Now SNT, we have got one important, visualize artificial intelligence. This is a new technology with regard to AI. Visualize artificial intelligence is nothing but a organism that leaches on the collective intelligence of humanity gathered over a past millennia. Means uh, our ancestors, okay, who has survived, what is their intelligence, again after them who came, what is their intelligence, like that. Visualize artificial intelligence is nothing but it gathered the all the intelligence of all our, since we became chimpanzees, apes, etc. From that era onwards, it gathered all our information. It is a technology that is all pervasive, which will be prevalent in future in our lives, and it will soon be all prevalent, and in future we are going to work a lot, and it is going to be a powerful AI tool in future. Visualize artificial intelligence. Now Nutriate, it's a very wonderful app, innovative and comprehensive mobile app that gives healthy and sustainable information with regard to your nutrition. It was developed by ICMR, National Institute of Nutrition. Okay, this app not only counts your calories, how much you are eating per day, but also tracks your eating habits and help you to transform, okay, your personal behavior, and helps you to eat a healthy way in your daily routine. The good thing about this app is, if you are having a bunch of foods with you, bunch of vegetables with you, like you are having biryani, you are having salads is there, no, you take a picture and you just the app will show you according to your BMI which one to you should pick up and eat. Okay, so that is a very wonderful AI based photo recognition tool is there. With the help, by just clicking the picture, it will assess that which one you should take, which one you should not take. Okay, fifth one, recently what happened, a chronic kidney disease tablet Jardiance has been taken, has been given has been given go ahead by Central Drug Standard Control Organization, CDSCO. It is a Indian statutory organization established by Government of India. This particular organization will generally give permissions to the tablets to operate in our country. Okay, so CDSCO has recently approved, okay, this chronic disease CDK, we call it as what? We call it as CDK, chronic kidney disease. To treat that, a tablet has been approved, Jardiance, also called as empagliflozin, okay, 10 mg tablets. It helps to reduce the risk of sustained decline in patients with end-stage kidney disease, cardiovascular heart death, hospitalization in adults with chronic kidney disease at a risk of progression. So, anybody is suffering from any of the severe conditions with regard to these diseases, for them this particular drug will be administered and given. It is approved also. SpaceX launches Intuitive Machines program. Intuitive Machines is nothing but a very umbrella machines under which many programs will be launched. So Intuitive Machines mission 1, okay, under it they have launched Odysseus Moon lander. So SpaceX, okay, it's a company with the help of a Falcon 9 rocket lifted from USA's space center called as Kennedy Space Center, which is located in America, Florida. They carry the private Odysseus Moon. So a Falcon 9, which is a US NASA's rocket, it carried what? Odysseus Moon lander. I mean, it will land on the moon. That's why it is called as lander. It is built by Houston-based Intuitive Machines. The Nova C lander, the lander name is Nova C. Mission is called as Odysseus. Mission is called as Odysseus. The lander name is Nova C lander. Deployed from the lander, and it is now its moon to the way to the moon. If Odysseus completes its journey and soft lands on the moon, it will make a first privately led mission to do so. Israel already attempted this particular soft landing on moon. Israel moon mission was called as Bereshit. Japan tried with the mission called as Hakuto. America also tried to soft land on the moon with the mission called as Peregrine. So in the examination, they may ask you that Bereshit, okay, Hakuto and Peregrine, other terms related to space. Okay, so all of them has attempted, but all of them has failed. Okay, and this private SpaceX Odysseus is moving towards the moon If it lands, it will become the first privately led mission to land on the moon. Now, IM-1 missions will provide, and this particular lander will go and actually see how the lunar moon surface environment is there, whether it's too humid or it is like dry or it is heat or thermal like that. Okay, with the help of that, once we are aware of the surface environment, they are planning to send human landing systems called as starships. Okay, putting the first NASA Artemis astronauts on the moon. So NASA is launching one moon mission called as Artemis. This mission will be having humans on it, and if this Odysseus goes landing becomes very successful, and now NASA will launch Artemis 3 mission, nothing but human landing on the moon. Okay. Now we also have high altitude pseudo-satellites vehicle, high altitude pseudo-satellites we are having, or high altitude long endurance vehicles. So Bangalore-based National Aerospace Laboratories have successfully flew a prototype of new generation unmanned aerial vehicle, nothing but a drone they have built. See, this drone is very different from other drones. It can fly to great heights up to 20 kilometers away from the surface of our Earth from grounds. Runs entirely on solar power and can remain in the air for months and months on end. That's why it is called as because it can remain in the atmosphere for a long period of time. It is called as high altitude long endurance. That's why it is called as HALE, HALE vehicles. The primary utility of these satellites or these vehicles in the field is to do the surveillance and monitoring of our area. But there are other situations like we can use it for disaster management where these particular missions could be useful. These stratospheric vehicles, remember this point, these drones can up to go stratospheric layers, okay, are designed to loiter over a region, means they will be always hanging there. By standards of flying objects, in comparison to other drones, they move very slowly. Okay, they move very, very slow, like 80 to 100 km per hour, which is a very slow speed. It means what? It can observe the area for a longer period of time and can tell us the changes. Okay. Then we have got NATO. What is NATO? NATO full form is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It was formed in the year 1949 by the US, Canada and several Western European nations to ensure their collective security against the Soviet Union. From Russia, to fight with Russia, the Western European countries and the US and Canada has formed a military bloc called as NATO. It was the US first peacetime military alliance outside the Western Hemisphere. 30 countries are the members of NATO at this point of time. NATO headquarters is in Brazil, Belgium. Members of NATO are committed to mutual defense. If you attack one country in the NATO, all other countries will attack you. Because Article 5 in the NATO says that the parties agree that an armed attack against any of the countries under the NATO shall be considered as an attack against them all. So if you attack one country, it is considered like you have attacked all country and all the country will jump on you. That is all about NATO. Now, the ninth current affair we are having here is CMS. Okay, Convention on Migratory Species. It is an environmental treaty of United Nations that provide a global platform so that we can conserve and sustain, okay, use of migratory animals and their habitats. Habitats are nothing but, let's suppose from India to Indonesia, there are some birds flying every year. So this particular area will be conserved and no movement of ships, no movement of hunting will be allowed here. It is only global convention dedicated to conservation of migratory species, their habitats and migratory routes also. Remember this point. The pact was signed in 1979 in Germany and it is also known as Bonn Convention. CM is also known as Bonn Convention. It has got two appendix. Appendix 1 talks about threatened migratory species. We have to definitely protect them. Appendix 2 talks about migratory species requiring international cooperation because as they move from continent to continent, country to country, the country should come together and protect the roots and the habitats of them. India is a party to the convention since 1983. That year we also won our first Cricket World Cup. What is the meaning of global stocktake? Global stocktake is nothing but it is a party-driven process conducted in a transparent manner and with the participation of non-party stockholders. You know that all the countries to reduce the global warming, they have given intended nationally determined contribution in the Glasgow Climate Change Summit held in Glasgow in 2021. So it is nothing but review of what all the countries have done over a period of time in order to fight against climate change. That is what it is. Okay, collectively towards are they working good with regard to the meeting the goals of Paris and Glasgow. The first global stocktake conducted at COP28 in Dubai. Remember these particular global stock stake conducted in which one of the following country? Like that question may come. It is in Dubai. Okay, large hadron collider. You can see this is the machine that will have all these activities going on. The Large Hadron Collider, it is a giant, as you have seen, it is a very giant complex machine built to study particles that are very very small, and that makes up the building block of all things. Even this is a pen is there, what is the smallest particle it is made up of? So it generally, this particular machine will study like this. It is structurally 27-kilometer long trap loop. It is buried under 100 meters underground on the Swiss French border. It fires two beams almost at the speed of light. Two beams it fires in opposite direction. Okay, like this opposite direction. Okay, inside a ring of superconducting electromagnets. Superconductors, these beams should not go here and there. That's why a magnetic field will be there. That's why they will be intact and they collide. That's why it is called as collide. Okay, the magnetic field created by the superconducting electromagnet keeps the protons in a tight beam and guides them along the way as they travel through beams and finally collide. Okay, the Large Hadron Collider, powerful electromagnets they use and carry almost as much current as a bolt of lightning. The lightning will be there, no? That much of current they will carry. Okay, that's why they generate lot of heat and need to be kept chilled. The LHC uses a distribution system of liquid helium to keep its critical components ultra cold at a minus 20 to 271 degrees Celsius, which is colder than interstellar space. 271 degrees Celsius is the temperature which is even colder what is there in the space. So that's because they generate so much heat that the complete equipment should be very much ultra cold. Given these requirements, it is not easy to warm up or cool down such a gigantic machines. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of floor test? You know that in Bihar, Nitish Kumar won again and he has given a floor test and where his party got the majority. So let us see what is a floor. A floor test is nothing but a trust vote held in legislative assembly to find out whether the government that is suspected to have lost the majority still retains the confidence of the house or not. Just to know that which party is in majority or not, this floor test is conducted. Basically, this is conducted through votings. All the MLAs will be asked to vote for a political party. If any political party gets the highest votes from the MLA, okay, that party will retain the power. When the house in session, it is the speaker who can call for a floor test. But when the assembly is not in the session, the governor residuary powers under Article 163 allows him to call for a floor test. Remember this point. Floor test can be called by the governor. Floor test can be called by the speaker also. In case the majority held by the government is questioned, so opposition party may say that if suppose if a legislative assembly have 3-4 parties and in that 2-3 parties are saying that show your majority, you are not in majority, you are not in majority, then what will happen? One party claims that no, we are in majority and gives a floor test. That is what is all about floor test. Okay. Now, Bharat Mart. What is it, Bharat Mart? It is launched in Dubai by the PM Modi. It's a warehousing facility for India's MSME. Means all the MSME, micro, small and medium industry products will be there, no, will be stored over there. It is expected to be operational by 2025. The Bharat Mart initiative assumes importance as India and UAE are striving to double their non-petroleum trade targets to 100 billion by 2030. Apart from petrol, other trading should be of the value $100 billion by 2030 as part of comprehensive economic partnership agreement. India has already signed with UAE 10 agreements to collaborate in various fields like energy, infrastructure, investment, and archive management. The UAE is one of the closest strategic and energy partners in West Asia to our country, and trade was boosted by a single free trade agreement already in 2022. Okay, now we are having the two sides sign separate agreements for linking the instant payment option. India's UPI is running in Dubai, and Dubai's UAE's UPI ANI will be also using their debit cards. India Rupee with the UAE's Jaiwan. Remember this point. India is looking for International Energy Agency membership. India is now an associate member. India has sent a formal request to this association, so to grant India a full membership. Okay, and the member they are talking about that whether they have to give the India the membership or not. Obviously, they will give us. So India joined International Energy Agency as an association country in 2017. IAE is a autonomous intergovernmental organization within the OSET framework. Okay, it works under with the government and industry to shape a secure and sustainable energy future for all. All the country within this agency should be having continuous supply of electricity throughout the era. It was founded in the year 1974 to ensure security of oil supplies. Okay, no country should be devoid of oil. Everyone should get the oil for their well-being. This IEA now has 31 members and 11 association countries. In that we are one. We want to be a part of it. Once we become a part of it, we will become 32. A candidate country to IEA must be a member of Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. It is important. We have to be a member of that also. Some GK is that Kuti Yamti River is a major tributary of Kali Ganga River. Remember this point, it is in the news. Cervarix and Gardasil are currently available HPV vaccine. I hope that this is all clear to you, and follow, share, subscribe, and do join our courses for the advanced study and also to crack the examination. Thank you.